Yesterday afternoon on Backtalk with Pete Soucy, my friend and colleague, Vice President Nalcor in charge of the Lower Churchill Project, Muskrat Falls, Gilbert, Bennett in studio. Fascinating. I thought it was fascinating. I really did. Now, maybe I'm just a junkie for some of this stuff, right? And I've had to talk about and read about and absorb an awful lot of Muskrat Falls info. So here comes Bennett. You know, some people will be absolutely offended by this, and I guess I mean it exactly like that. Of all the notable opponents, the critics of the project, who have researched, they're focused on it, they want to be presenters and interveners at PUB hearings, they want to go to the AGMs, they question every specific part of the Muskrat Falls plan, whether it be environmental sensitivities, North Spur, business model, need in the first place to build the dam, all of that stuff. And some of them have performed a really great public service, identified some of the questions that we had to demand answers to. But then here's your opportunity, instead of yelling at me or yelling at each other, to have a one-on-one, uninterrupted challenge offered to Gilbert Bennett. And where were they? None. None of them called. None of them called. Why is that? But then they say the reason they didn't call is because they didn't want to put up with Bennett's gobbledygook. What? You know, you demand all these answers, you get a chance to put someone on the hot seat and corner them for an answer, the man in charge of the project, and no, nil, zip. Except for one woman who called on behalf of the Grand River Keepers. I thought she was really good. Her concern, of course, is the environment and the stability or the plan for the North Spur. I mean, I don't know. Something else. The most interesting part of the conversation for me was the issue of why don't we just buy the power from Hydro-Quebec to tide us over to 2041. I've never really thought that was the right option, you know, for a variety of reasons. It's not because Quebec is the boogeyman or that the people at Hydro-Quebec are belligerent Quebecois who will not deal in good faith. I didn't think or say that. I never have. I think the Quebec boogeyman has been overplayed and has really not helped us in any regard. But I thought Bennett's answer to the Hydro-Quebec question was bang on. Now, you want to oppose it, that's fine. But I'd like to hear a bit more about it from some said vocal opponents today. And why not just call, just say, people of the province are listening, right? The numbers on the show are clear. Lots of people are listening to the program, so just call and have your say. Maybe you should call Bennett, though, too, but anyway, that's another thing. Nalcor going back to the Quebec, this time the Court of Appeal, to challenge the decision made, and that's recently about the good faith piece of the Upper Churchill contract. People don't like this and understand why. It was risky to go at him again the last time to the cost of millions of dollars. It's absolutely risky, wrought with risk, to go back in the form of appeal. It was anticipated because they said they were going to appeal, and so now they're going to do it. I don't know if they have a leg to stand on by. I really don't. Nor do I know if this is a prudent move at this time. But that's what they're going to do. I'm sure that'll draw the ire of many, and hopefully that draws you onto the program.